What's up, Jones Bones? It is your girl, Unitedly Random, and I am back. It has been a day or two since I have washed my face with this product, and I think I have washed it behind the scenes, not on camera, but I didn't necessarily have anything to talk to you guys about. So I thought, okay, well, I'm now gonna just pop in front of you guys without anything to talk about. But today I do have something to talk about, and it's based off of a situation that just happened to me today. Now, we're moving a little bit fast because my camera said, I'm gonna die on you, bitch, if you don't continue. And I said bish, I didn't say the other one, but I'm gonna die on you if you don't hurry this up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this video.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
And we are back. What's up, Jones Bones? I went ahead and wet my face. I was gonna say wipe my face, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about something that happened to me on my way home today. Now, I ride Martyr on the way home, and today, as soon as I got on the train, I clocked a woman, and she had very teary eyes, and she looked very uncomfortable, and I immediately wanted to ask her what's wrong with her. And that's the thing. Whenever I see anyone that seems like they're in distress, I immediately want to be like, you good? But I've done that a couple times before, and it's landed me in unsavourable situations. So I want to reach out, but I pull back. But she's sitting by herself, and she's looking out the window, and she looks like she's very uncomfortable, okay? And I saw another woman that looked like she's about the same race as that woman, so I thought they were together because she was kind of facing that woman. I was like, okay, she's with her friend. And I created this whole story inside of my head that pretty much told me, don't bother that lady because you don't know if you're going to be bothering her or not. You know, sometimes you just want to cry and you don't want people to bother you. You know what I'm saying? But also, you're crying in a public space. And I have been in that situation where I was crying in a public space. Specifically after I got attacked in Korea. And everybody just kind of walked away from me. So it's like, it gives me anxiety, right? So she's crying in a public space. I'm clopping her. I'm like, out of the corner of my eye, I keep looking at her, and I want to catch her eye and be like, you good? But like, I don't want to be weird. She's sitting there in a black gentleman, okay? Which the color doesn't necessarily matter, but I'm going to say he was black because they didn't match up in race, okay? Which I don't know if that makes me seem a little, but it's just like, the woman that was in front of her, I was like, okay, they're the same race, okay? And like, she was like an Indian woman, and there was an Indian woman with her. They weren't together. I just assumed because they were both Indian women. Okay, that's bad on me. But a black man comes up next to her and sits next to her, and he's all chummy with her on Martyr bus. Okay, this is coronavirus times. Why are you sitting so close to this person? Obviously you know her, but she looks very uncomfortable with your presence. So I still, like, a part of me, like, after he sat down, I kept like, I don't want to be nosy. That might be her boyfriend and they're just in the middle of a fight or something. But like, it's just something pulling me to be like, something's not right here. And what happened was she got up and she kind of brushed past the dude and she came and stood next to me because we're getting off at the next stop. And so she gets off at the stop and the guy kind of sits there and he like looks side to side, and then he gets off at the stop and he goes in the opposite direction than the direction that she was going. They never spoke to each other. They never acknowledged each other. He just sat down next to her and kind of invaded her personal space when she was already crying. But here's my thing. I wasn't on the bus or the train earlier. I don't know if they arrived together. I don't know if this person harassed her or anything like that. But what it put in my head was, first of all, I'm going to start saying something when I see these things happening. I'm going to start saying something because I was at work the other day and someone came in with a black eye, and I know we don't want to have those hard conversations, but like, if I notice something, I want to say something, not to embarrass you, but like, hey, I'm worried about you. Hey, you might not know me, I might not know you, but I care about if you're going through something, and like, I might not know what to do, but if you need a voice, you need someone to listen to you, I'm gonna be that person to listen to you, because I'm tired of walking around or walking past the situation, you know, walking past that situation and still wondering if that person is okay. You know, in all the situations that I have reached out and was like, hey, you good? And they've turned out bad, because I've had situations that did not turn out the way I was intending them to turn out. And I very well did not have control of that situation. And all of those situations that have happened, so, you know, like at this point, so I'd rather it be a situation that, you know, it might have ended up crazy. I might have reach my hand out for someone who didn't really need it, then it be a situation where someone actually does need it and they didn't get anyone to help them. I've been in her position, and this is, I'm projecting, I know I'm projecting, but I've been in a position where I've been trying to make myself small because someone kept harassing me, okay? And I'm trying to make myself small, and as soon as I could go, I went. But like, I've been in that position before, and I really do wish sometimes someone would have reached out and be like, hey girl, you good? So here's my plan. From now on, if I see a woman that is in distress and she is with another male, I'm gonna go up and be like, hey, did we go to high school together? And they're gonna be like, no. And I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, you good? And they're gonna be like, okay, they're probably gonna think that I'm a crazy person, but damn, do I want someone to think I'm a crazy person before I'm comfortable with someone not being in a good situation? Because at the very least, if they're good and they might get angry at me or something like that, like that's the very worst they can do. Whether they're gonna throw hands at me to just be like, hey, you good? And that's the thing, because I'd much rather someone just be like, hey, you good? If like I'm screaming or I'm hollering, or if I look like I'm in a bad mood, you know, women's solidarity, okay? And that's what I'm going for. So I don't know. I think it never really hurts to ask a question. And considering I am a bigger girl, I think the problem is I tend to get people that will get aggressive with me because I'm bigger and also I am black. So I think when I question people, they get defensive a little bit. So that's the only problem that I can see coming up from just going up to someone and be like, you good? You know? And like, we're in Atlanta, and like we got some people that need help in Atlanta. There's no other way to put it. I've dealt with my job. I'm out there late at night. And I've told you guys before, I see the women walking up and down. They're selling nothing but themselves, okay? There's no other way to put it. And it's sad, and they're like, not all of them, because I haven't interacted with all of them, but the ones I've interacted with are either on something or they're just not mentally there, okay? And it's just sad because those are my sisters out there, you know? Like, it's not just, oh, well, you know, black women, but also, yeah, black women out there on the street, like, those are my sisters, but, like, it's women in general. You guys we're family, you know? And I don't like to see you down and out. I don't like to see my people hurt. And it really hurts me to be in a position where I can't really do much. So I'm gonna at least open up my mouth. That's the very least I can do. Because glancing at her and trying to catch her eye, like, you good? You good? You good? Like, I was trying to be like, I'm not being nosy, but like, dang. Like, here's the thing. ADHD, and like in general, I guess, being a woman that has went through all of these things, but ADHD makes you notice certain details that other people won't notice sometimes. So I can notice certain details. I can see a lot of things and notice something, right? And it was the case where I saw the woman who had the bruised eyelids, you know, and it looked like, you know, she had been fighting. It was the case where I saw the woman, and as soon as I got on the bus, I clocked her crying. There's multiple things that have put me in this position. And I guess also living a life and having different trauma situations happen, I notice certain things in people. Okay? And if I'm not feeling safe with a situation, I'm gonna start saying something, because like, I've been in a situation where I actually did say something when I was in like South Korea, and this girl was getting harassed by this dude, and she was like, huh, but she actually was like, can you help me? And I was like, sure. And I was like, girl, Amy's looking for you in the bathroom. Who's Amy? I don't know who Amy is, but she's looking for her in the bathroom. The dude caught on after the girl got away, and he got mad aggressive with me, and he was like, why you tell her, why you like, da 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 da. Sir, if I had to come and lie to her about someone looking for her, and she left and did not come back, I'm not the problem. You are. So that is it for today. It was just something that was on my mind. It stressed me out. It put a little heaviness in my heart. But I know from this point on, like I can't walk away anymore, because I've been through too much, I've been through too much mess to walk away when I see a woman. Okay, and I'm not out here trying to play Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho, okay? Which, women are not. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be Superman out here, because I am still delicate. I might be big, but I'm delicate in my own ways. And I'm truly not as strong as people may see me at times, right? Just because I'm big and black don't mean I have a lot of energy sometimes. I have a lot of attitude sometimes, but I'm not aggressive as people might see me. And, you see a big black lady, you're gonna assume that she's aggressive. So, it's not right. You gotta check yourself. Like, I'm just putting that out there. If you see me and you're like, she must be really aggressive. Like, the only thing I'm aggressive about is wanting people to try their best, wanting people to do their best. And like, also, if like you trigger me like mentally, like if you're playing with me about mental health, you gaslight me, I get aggressive in those situations. And I'm talking aggressive in the point where you're gonna hear me lecture about how what you did was not right, and I'm not finna stand up for that. Like, I'm not finna sit down and let you do me dirty, okay? But that's not aggressive. That's standing up for my rights. That's standing up for myself, because at the end of the day, who's gonna stand up for me but me, okay? So it's just a whole conversation, but like I say, we all do that. We all stand up for the people that, might not have a voice. If you see somebody being pressed up against the wall, you're gonna be like, hey girl, oh, I thought you were someone I know. If they, because matter of fact, any female, if you get the hey girl, be like, you can catch on, okay? So I'm just gonna start doing that, because at the very least, we could walk to the station together, okay? Nobody has to be alone in being harassed. So, much love and positive vibes. I hope to see you guys next time. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. And,